This radio program is PG-13. Parents strongly caution some material may be inappropriate for children under the age of 13.
The following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, this is Brother Mike. I'm back on the radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. Thank you for tuning into the program. Today's Bible study, drones taking over the world. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? Interesting Bible study on drones today. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center. We're downtown on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. It's the red brick building. HardcoreChristianity.com is a website. We have all our ministry services there. Thursday and Friday nights at 7 o'clock, we have live services. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, we have Zoom services. You can get delivered from demons and physically healed in all of those services, and we have had hundreds healed over the years. Thanks for helping me celebrate my anniversary. Yes, sir. February 16th is my anniversary. I started in 2002 on KPXQ Christian Radio. I was over there for 2 years. Then I switched over to KXXT Christian Radio. And I have been on there ever since. Starting my 23rd year now. Thanks to you and your donations and your support. May God richly bless you. Please hit the PayPal button and send us another donation. If you need a receipt for your donations in 2024, please send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com. I'll send it out to you immediately. Please remember our children's deliverance service on the first Saturday of every month. Our women's seminar is coming up in April. And we have a deliverance training class every Saturday at noon. Drones. Can you imagine it? I think you can. You remember the drone hoax that hit us a few months ago? Yeah. Remember all those drones in New Jersey? Everybody thought it was China, Russia. The media, drummed up a bunch of fear, like they do bird flu, like they did COVID. The only way to control the masses, the only way to control people who are certified idiots and morons and imbeciles, as the government sees us, I just described you and I, that's how the government sees us, is to use fear. So they keep trumping up these fear-based hoaxes, when the truth of the matter is there are millions of drones flying all over the United States every single day. The ones in New Jersey, the Trump administration came out and said, that was approved by the FFA. They were doing research and so on. And that's the end of that. So that the drone thing just fell right off the media cycle. The hoax cycle is what I call it. The media is a hoax cycle. They come up with one hoax after the other and shove it down our throats because they consider us goofs, imbeciles, idiots, psychos, morons, and dummies. That's how they look at us. But I wanted you to take a look at something interesting. I can't say this is 100% true, but if you check out Revelation chapter 8 and some of the plagues that are going to hit the world during the tribulation, it sure looks like drones play a significant part in the warfare against humanity, the power of the Antichrist, and much of the death and destruction coming on the planet. And these drones, they cost several $1 million a piece, these military drones. They are highly sophisticated methods of weaponry and destruction. They are incredibly accurate. They are amazingly computerized, and they carry weapons on these drones that you can't believe. They are extremely impressive. But in Revelation chapter 8, John kind of describes something that you would think might possibly be a drone. Check this out. These locusts that come out of the pit, they attack humanity. And John is describing them. Now remember, John has no knowledge whatsoever of technology. And what he's seeing, he's trying to describe in natural terms 2,000 years ago. And he's doing his best. For example, these locusts could possibly be drones because they look like horses prepared for battle. And that could represent the structure and the aerodynamic design of these drones. They are built for speed and precision in military operations. John said they have crowns like gold, which could refer to the metallic and the reflective surfaces of the material they make these drones out of. John also said that these locusts had faces like the faces of men, which kind of evokes, a human-like control or observation systems embedded in the drones. It could have reflected cameras or AI systems designed to mimic human decision-making. That may have been what he was talking about. In addition, he said the sounds of their wings were like the sounds of chariots and many horses. Well, that kind of sounds like the buzzing noises of drones. They have propellers, and they many times attack in swarms. Several drones will hook up to make a pack, so to speak, like wolves, flying into certain areas. We've got drones all over the Middle East, and we can blow up anything or anybody or be anywhere we want to with these drones. These drones are monstrous killing machines, highly effective and highly technical. Then it says, John describes the ability of these locusts to move swiftly, and they're very agile. And that kind of represents, in a way, the agility of these drones and the maneuverability of drones, these military drones. They can dart back and forth, they can hover, they can fly with precision. They're really quite remarkable. And it could be that John was describing in natural terms 2,000 years ago what he was seeing, which would have been highly technical material. In addition, John goes on to describe the weaponry and the power of these locusts. He says their tails were like scorpions with stingers. Now, this is not a surprise, because drones are equipped and weaponized with enormous destructive capabilities. Their missiles and their payloads can deliver precision strikes. I mean, right through the front window of a vehicle. And then John said something interesting about these locusts. He mentions they had the power to hurt men for 5 months. Well, this could be a reflection of a military campaign using drones to control the masses and to control humanity and to kill adversaries. I have no doubt the Antichrist will be an extremely powerful and highly technical warrior. In the book of Daniel, it says he takes over 3 kingdoms, and the other 7 kingdoms fall under his power voluntarily. So my guess is he has highly sophisticated warfare capabilities. and that he's going to murder and kill in cold blood millions of people on the planet Earth. This is just him. This is not in addition to all the other plagues that John mentions in Revelations. The technology allows drones to wage long-term campaigns that go on for months and months. In addition, drones also use tremendous surveillance equipment, radar, thermal imaging, high-resolution cameras. They can spot small movements in large terrains. They can target almost anything. They can identify and track targets from long distances. They can neutralize high-value targets like warships and tanks, all kinds of things, other aircraft. They can communicate enormously effectively from remote areas, from anywhere. They have the ability to communicate. These drones are the wave of the future, and it looks like here in Revelation chapter 8, Paul, the great apostle John, is describing these weird weapons of warfare, and it kind of looks like he's doing his best to describe a drone, having never seen or having never had any understanding of a drone. And they do kind of look like flying scorpions. They do look like flying insects. They have propellers. They're built very strange, almost like a scorpion. It's kind of weird that John would notice this material and describe it in these terms. It's quite remarkable. But one thing we can see here is that the sound and movement, the weaponry, the power, the surveillance, the reconnaissance, the search and rescue capacities of drones, all these things are tremendous examples of what these locusts may have been in Revelation chapter 8. Friend, the book of Revelation is unfolding before our eyes. We only have a few years left now for the rapture and the tribulation. It's only a few years away now. This thing's wrapping up quickly. There will be wars and rumors of wars. It's going to start, friend, and the pre-tribulation has already started. We're closing in on a level of destruction and death in humanity never ever seen before, not even with the flood of Noah. Give me a call for prayer, 602-636-5800. See you next time.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.